What's going on, guys? Hopefully, you guys have been having a good week. If you guys are watching the replay, hit the like button. I want to let some people come in here before we get started with the stream. We got a very important phenomenon to talk about. This is something that nobody truly talks about, and this is something that I've noticed uh, recently. So we're gonna get some people some time to get in here. So what's going on, Nicholas? What's going on? We got the OGs in the building today. We got a very interesting topic for you guys today. And this is something that I've been noticing for a while that I want to bring to you guys' attention. So, for you guys that are thinking about getting into relationships, yeah, you're going to have trouble. Yeah, it's Miami game pulling my attention, bro, because I chose Miami to win. You're probably gonna lose. Your channel making you money yet? Yeah, it's been monetized for a while, but YouTube is hard, man. It's extremely hard, bro. Like it's getting to the point to where you gotta post like damn near 10 posts a day just to keep up with the algorithm so you get pushed through and seen. And I don't have the time to do that, unfortunately, working a full-time job. But yeah, if YouTube ever took off, I would definitely do this full time, but it just doesn't. So until it pops off, I mean, I'm not gonna ever stop YouTube because I really enjoy talking to you guys. If it's slow, then it's just slow. You know what I'm saying? But it's making money. But it's you got to get pushed out to get views and for people to get the ads and everything and all that stuff. But anyways, so there is this phenomenon where a lot of men, it's getting to the point, guys, and I hate to say this, for a lot of you relationship guys watching the replay or might come in here, watching the stream, it's getting to the point to where women have so many options. They have so many options that it's hard for you to compete and keep a woman in a relationship. Hey, dude, I believe in you. I hope you are very successful. Well, I appreciate that, Taylor Patterson. I really appreciate that. I thank you for the kind words. Bebe said, yo. But guys, men are really in a weird place right now. He said, "Shut out from the spider web." Well, I don't know what that means. But men are really in a weird place when it comes to relationships. And since women have, guys, what you have to understand is you're not just competing with the men in your town and your city. You're competing with men worldwide because you can have a woman, but your woman has access to thousands of men in her DMs. This is why they say social media ruin relationships because, guys, what you have to understand, there's so much gray area within a relationship. When you're dealing with women, women are fickle. And any of you guys that have dealt with women over a consistent period of time, you know that she can absolutely love you and fall in love with you the first 6 months. And then out of nowhere, bro, the shit goes sideways. And you like, bro, what the fuck happened? Then nothing happened. She got dudes at her job that's trying to smash her. She got dudes on the internet that every time she posts, she get DMs. She got her past exes. She got her college friends. She got dudes at bars, all this stuff. Guys, you're competing with like 20 guys, with like not even 20 guys, with like 100 guys every single day. How do you expect to maintain a relationship over an extended period of time? Because let's be honest, guys. Every guy that she comes across is not an ugly guy. Is not a broke guy. Granted, most of the men ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll be average men simping for and all this stuff. But she comes across these attractive, well-to-do men frequently more than you would like, and they're in her WhatsApp because whenever she travels, she got connections to men. Excuse me, overseas. What's going on, introvert? We got a very interesting topic for you guys. I'm gonna read your things in a little bit, Nicholas. Give me a second. So, guys. It's so hard. It's easy to get into a relationship, but it's so hard to maintain it because of this reason. And so, what the phenomenon that we're observing is when you see men in marriages and relationships, women will pull rank from time to time because she has leverage. The guy that doesn't have money or he's not in shape, or even if he does, it doesn't matter because she got dudes that are just as in shape or have money. Like she has access to older dudes with money. Like guys, she comes across these guys. She goes to the golfing court. She worked there. She goes to the bar. Like I was just talking to this woman the other day, and she said, And I asked her, I was like, what's the biggest tip you've ever gotten? Being a server. And she said $2,000. She said, yeah, I had this little fling with this NBA star. Guys, in the summertime, every time he would come in and he try to annoy me and try to buy me out, like guys, these women have access to these men. Bro, you're cooked. Uh-oh, Miami might be going to overtime if he don't miss the field goal. But bro, like, how are you supposed to maintain a relationship with women have these so many options? So what happens is I'm gonna get into that in just a second. He said men gotta be in their A game for below average female. That's how crazy it is, Nicholas. They are entitled 40-year-olds who have a list of necessities to be her man. It's ridiculous, bro. You'd be shocked at what men will have to go through and deal with just to sleep with those women. You'd be shocked at what they do. Even men overseas don't want the women you're talking about either. What do you mean they don't want the? What you mean, introvert? Like, what do you mean that the men don't want her overseas? Like, guys, we got to reframe this. Women always have a man in the background. Now, granted, she can't keep the man that she wants the older that she gets, but there's always a man around. You think Jennifer Lopez at 50 years old, Claudia Jordan approaching 50, Nicole Murphy, I think approaching her 60s, do you think these women don't have problems attracting men? They can still get any man that they want. They just can't keep them long term. They'll get smashed out. So, I mean, we got to rephrase, what you mean they don't want them. It's not like they don't have a collection of men. What are the worst states to get married in here? Oh, California by far. Keep up the great content. I liked and subscribe. I appreciate you, Taylor. I'm feeling generous today and you said some kind words, I'll make you moderator on the channel. Oh, but yeah, introvert. It's not even close, bro. California by far. Um, that freaking what's his name? Deontay Wilder exposed that. Women will intentionally move to that state to get the best child support odds. There are gorgeous, easy women though for hookup, but mid women play hard to get. I got a video coming out about a 6'6" Chad that's struggling with women, and he going through the same stuff, guys. It's weird. It's That's what makes the West so unbearable. And so this is why men, say fuck it and go across seas. They don't want to take these women seriously unless it's extracurricular activities. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, in the woman's head, sexual attention is still attention. You're the you're like the only person who speaks facts on YouTube. Well, I appreciate that, man. I mean, I guess that's why I hadn't blown up yet because the shit is too real. You know what I'm saying? But I'm building a slowly but surely respectable crowd of people that follow me, and I really appreciate you guys for listening and supporting. It means a lot to me. But a lot of people can't take the truth, man, and it just is what it is. How about this? What are the best states to get married in? That's a good question. That's the question of the year. That's a question of the year. And even if you don't get married, if you move the woman in, you got to worry about common law. Women are always dealing with men, while certain men like myself gets left hanging. Sometimes it can get like that, bro. We've all been there. You're refining your craft as well, Miles. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, and that's why, like YouTube, it helps me communicate in my everyday life too. Like whenever you're good in freestyling, at impromptu speaking, and you don't need notes, and you got all this stuff, it helps with your communication, and it makes you sound intelligent. And you have to be intelligent. I mean, nobody's gonna watch a guy on YouTube that's just sitting here fumbling with his words and uncomfortable being on screen. Most females aren't chasing love. Most are chasing money. Yeah, because ooh, Taylor coming in here with the facts. Yeah, and the economy is having them struggle. Let me see if Miami probably got cooked. Ooh, Miami gonna win, guys? Second and goal. If they just run the ball, they should get in the end zone. But yeah, guys, that was let me refer let me say that out loud, Taylor. You said most females aren't chasing love, most are chasing money. This is why you can't trust women. They'll say anything to get your commitment because your commitment means a financial gain. Guys, when I hope you guys know that when you get married, the woman in her eyes, she just secured her financial future. Now, granted, that don't mean she's always going to leave the marriage or she has ulterior motives, but that's one of the biggest reasons why she pushes for marriage because it secures her financial investment in her eyes. But as a man, you could always lose your job. So, but just having a man for that level of stability gives her a level of peace. Excuse me. You said old as men always want younger women, not knowing these young women are only with men in their 50s just to use them for money. Yeah, but also they really be having that daddy complex, that grandpa fetish. You be shocked, bro. Like I promise you, homie. I done seen some crazy stuff. Like, what's her name? Caroline Levitt, the woman, the spokesperson for the White House with the little blonde. Her man is like, she like about to be 30, like 28, 29. Her man is like almost mid 50s. This is one truth about women's demands. Men have to be better than normal. We have to optimize ourselves. Yep, you have to be better. There was something I was going to say, guys, that I really wanted to make clear for you guys. But we're going to go back to the part of the live stream. But yeah, guys, you have to understand when you guys get into these relationships with women, homie, you got dudes at her job, her manager at her job vying for her attention. She got dudes on social media. When she go to the club, she getting approached. Girls' nights out. When she go on vacation, she getting approached. She got dudes in her past. Like, God, this is why men have to simp, because what happens is women know they have leverage and they know they have a better option in the background. So what do? They give you an ultimatum. They start saying, well, if you don't do this, then I'm gonna leave you and I'm gonna do this and that. And then the dudes is like, he got a decision to make. Do I want to keep the woman, or do I want to risk losing the woman, risk losing an attractive woman that I probably never get again? Scarcity mindset. Or I'm going to have to cuck up and shut up and let her go get smashed out by Chad and Tyrone. Let her go see her ex-boyfriend, her ex-baby daddy that's coming to town and say he's just friends. They're not doing nothing. She going out the happy hour with her coworkers, and her male coworker trying to hit on her, and he's 6'3" with the six pack abs, with the blue eyes and the blonde. He gonna have to simp. So if you one of these average to weak males, um, they gonna simp every time. And like, what's an interesting conversation is, this is just side note. I want to ask you guys a question. Would you rather be a woman or would you rather be a man? And this is not to be weird or anything like that. I have a legitimate, answer for this, because just me looking at the dynamics between men and women today, I have a very insightful answer for you guys. Because women will be like, I want to be a man, and then women, and then we seen dudes that go like, um, and then dudes, you see dudes actually transforming into women. It's crazy work. Ooh, Miami about to win. That's crazy work. Crazy work, bro. Yeah, that might be game. That's game, homie. That's game. You guys tell me, would you rather stay a man or would you rather be a woman? Um, and I'm gonna give you what I think. How did you get over? How do you get over someone? Shout out to my man Robert Thompson for having that great question. We all struggle with finding love and breakups and relationships. So it's gonna take a time. It's gonna take its time, guys. Like when one of your parents passes away or your friend passes away or something. It's gonna take time. Especially if you were in love or you really like this person, it's gonna take time. So it could take a year. It could take 6 months. Do what you have to do to get over it. Take your time. Um, Stop dating. If you need to get over that, some men, they can just go get another woman and get over with another woman just like that. However you grieve, grieve, and however you deal with that, you deal with that. But in the meantime, while you're dealing with that heartbreak, uh, focus, guys. I told my nephew this, and I'm going to tell you guys this: when you always or whenever you ever get lost in life, go back to the basics: muscles and money. Make more money and get more in shape. When you ever get lost in life, focus on those two things while you're figuring it out. Taylor, why did you delete the message, homie? Hold on. He was just asking the question. He said, "Why you delete the message, Taylor?" I was actually reading that. My bad, Robert Thompson. My moderator didn't mean to do that. Some 304 sleep with men who give them an ego boost, like taking a married man It makes them feel good about themselves, egotistical. Exactly. Exactly. It's the same reason why a dude would be like, yeah, I effed your chick while you was with her. It's an ego thing. I do think that women need to respect their boyfriends and or fiancés because they live under their man's roof. Yeah, they should, but they don't. Robert, get someone else that helps massively. Yeah, I mean, but some dudes are different, Nicholas. I would I would like to say that, you know, the best way to get over a woman is to get another woman, but some dudes is just not they just not wired like that. Some dudes just not players, and that's 100% okay. I'd rather be single than be entertaining a broad that is not only entertaining other men, but also be on the inattention seeking behavior. And the crazy thing, introvert, they'll be doing this shit in a relationship. They'll have a whole man and be going out to girls' nights out, be one and getting jealous of they single girlfriends. Homie, this is how messed up the game is. A woman will go out to girls' nights out with her friends, and she'll be married, but she'll get jealous of her single friends getting attention, and she'll be feeling a sense of FOMO, a fear of missing out on something. So she'll go out and get hit on and get a free drink too, just to keep up with her friends. It's crazy, bro. I think women need to respect their man. They don't, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we don't live in those times anymore. Man, the fuck. Oh yeah, that's my question. Stay a man. I would rather provide, not sit down all day. I'm gonna tell you what though. Being the man is a way better option. Taylor, why you hold on? Man don't want to be bloody each month. I don't want to be a woman. Hey, Taylor, why you timing out Robert? He not doing nothing wrong, Yeah, Robert's not doing nothing wrong. He said man don't want to be bloody each month. He's just talking about the question I had. Now the thing is with that is if you're a top 20% man, you would rather be a man. But if you're like in that the bottom 50%, you're an incel in today's society. I'm just gonna keep it real. They said something disrespectful. No, they didn't. I'm reading the message. For me, well, I'm the one running the channel. Yeah, I was on the hub. Yeah, yeah, bro. You blocked for sure. Yeah, block that dude up out of here. That we don't, homie. The weirdos are so weird, bro. They don't even hide their weirdo-ness anymore. This is disgusting. He said, I am having a good day. The method when women want men that other men desire is called mate choice copying. Yeah, it's just social proof, bro. My girl got punched and took my pocket, bro. Y'all just saying random shit in the chat now. Bro, that I Merc bots, I had to get him up out of there, bro. He's a homosexual. Uh, is it timing him out still? Nah, Robert's good. He back talking. Yeah, my bad, Robert. We were had him. We just yeah. Sometimes it happens by accident. That was a fair message from Robert Taylor. Just mod out, really. Not just not yeah. Yeah, I'm having a good day, Taylor. Why wouldn't I? Why you keep asking that? I would never troll you. I don't. You never said nothing. Whoever wrote that comment was on some weird, bro. That was some wild stuff, homie. That was wild. Absolutely wild. But yeah, guys, that's crazy. But nah, guys, you're not just guys. The level of competition. I feel bad for you, relationship oriented guys. Excuse me. I seriously do. The odds of you keeping and maintaining a long term relationship. Excuse me, is so hard because it ain't nothing for her to meet another man that's better than you. It ain't that hard for her to do. Not with social media. And you got guys, and then you got feminism. You got to fight. You got her friends. You got to fight. 304 friends she has in her 304 past that she's fighting against. Guys, it is guys. It's really and like the thing about marriage and all that is, guys, if you get divorced, guys, you just in a matter of like 6 months, your half your assets and your money is going to tank. You guys, it was a actor on the Art of Dialogue where he said his biggest mistake financially was getting married because when he got divorced, she took half his stuff plus the child support, all this stuff. And so, like I said, I'm not and telling you guys not to get married or to be fearful. I'm just saying there's a big likelihood for that shit to go wrong, and when it goes wrong, it goes all the way wrong, homie. Do you feel bad? Because other men sure as hell don't be giving an F, a violation of another man. Do you actually feel bad? Because other men sure as hell don't be it, bruh. They part of the bottom 40% of men that's gonna die incels. That's all that is. He said, Nicholas said, my state of mind with women is take them when you can for that specific moment and expect her to change 100% even on the same day. It's real low expectations. And that's the mindset you have to have in order to protect your mental health. Because you don't want to be one of these guys where you're saying, my girl would never do that. And when she does that, it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart. And then guess what? Now you got to go through a healing period. Now you jaded. Now you hate women. Now you got to go through your rage stage when it comes to women. And some dudes don't ever get out of that rage stage, which is dangerous. Yeah, sorry guys, I had to answer that message real quick. And then you got to rebuild your financial assets too. And that's the other dangerous thing. Like, if she changes her mind 20 to 30 years into the relationship and now you're 40, 50 years old, guys, you ain't trying to recoup all that money you just lost when you 55 years old, when you 48 years old. You ain't trying to start all over and date again, all that crazy shit at 50. And so There's a video of a woman saying that why don't older men just get married? I'm like, what do you mean? Why like women are so narcissistic and they can't see outside of their own narcissism. They can't even analyze how bad marriage in today's society truly is for a man. It's lopsided. And like I said, I'm not against marriage. I'm just stating the facts, And just because, and guys, I was listening to this song "Living Single." It's a really good song by Big Sean and Jeremiah, and I think then the ones who made the song, and he was talking about Big Sean was talking about, you know, he was talking about his friend who got married and how Big Sean is living single and he missing out on having a relationship and having a family. And then he said his friend said, I'd rather have that lifetime guaranteed from being in a marriage and a relationship in the song. And I'm just sitting there listening to myself. I'm like, there's no guarantee that a woman's gonna like you the next day, the next year. Like, you guys clearly don't deal with women. You don't realize how flip floppy and flaky and how their emotions change on a dime. And women have periods, guys. they they fluctuate in their mood quite frequently. That's where it's getting all of the point. Taylor said females should be responsible for their actions because they don't take responsibility for their actions, and that's has to do with the way society is structured. How to not be an incel or get rid of incel tendencies. You can't help them men, bro, that be typing that stupid shit on the internet. They too far gone, homie. But to be they too engulfed in the AIPORN. They too engulfed being jack off artists, bro. They not even really attracted to women, regular looking women anymore. They too far deep in their OnlyFans or OF account. YouTube gonna jam the stream down now. But to be positive, when you're nonchalant with them, they often come round again. You get them back. Be cool. Play it cool. Women go through the same ish when it comes to men too. Yeah, they do actually. Like you know what's interesting to me when it comes to the approach game? What's an interesting conversation is this mode one approach from Alan Roger Curry, where he tells men to just go right up to the woman and tell her exactly what you want from her, whether it's sex or a relationship or whatnot. And I'm like, guys, mode one does not work. Like mode one approach game, direct approach game, that shit don't work. If you guys gonna do that shit, you might as well go get you some escorts. That's mode one that works. If you mode one with normie chicks, chicks off Bumble and all that shit, that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna work, bro. I think women should work and provide like their man is providing for you. So instead of sitting on the couch all day, they do some work. I do agree with that. Ain't no free lunches around here. Um, Ideally, you don't want her to go work for somebody else because that man you'll find out that she'll pay attention and listen to that man more than she'll listen to you. Women, but women are not hardwired to provide like men. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like work, like you have to go work for a job, but like as far as like staying in shape and keeping a house in order, that's actual work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm directly learning from other men's mistakes and choices. Yeah, Taylor, that's the law in Austria. Wife has to work in the husband's business Austria generally has swell marriage law, never reformed it past the 50s. That's a good point. Shout out to my man Sans Sentiments. You from out of the country, bro? I'm talking about for ourselves. How can we get rid of our incel behavior? Introvert. I don't think you're an incel, bro. You're just a virgin. You're just a dude that's a virgin. You got to figure it out. You're not an incel, bro. You want to know what an incel looks like in your real life? An incel. Let me reply to this message and I'll get back to you guys. But an incel, I'm gonna give you guys a detailed explanation because you guys come across these guys in your everyday life. This is what an incel is, guys. An incel is one of those guys you see in public that's socially awkward. He weird. He overweight. He his whole outfit looks ridiculous, and he walking down the street with some early 2000s ear pod with the little thing across his head. Not none of the new headphones, but like one of them old headphones that you use. It's like one of them headphones you use whenever you playing Call of Duty. The what the generic mic used to look like whenever you first start playing Xbox that come with the online play. That's what he be having in both his ears, walking down the street with his ridiculous outfit, looking overweight. That's an incel, bro. You're not an incel, introvert. You're not an incel, bro. You probably just not located in the right area, or you're not taking enough chances or something. You're not an incel, bro. If you work out and work out consistently, be an alpha male, transform into Andrew Tate. Nicholas, come on, homie. I don't mean to laugh at you, bro. But I'm like, Nicholas, the alpha personality, that's a personality, bro. You can't change yourself into an alpha. You are what you are. And this is I'm glad you said that, Nicholas, because this is where dudes get delusional. Guys, you're either an alpha or you're not. Like, I don't know about you guys, but when I get in certain situations and people do certain stuff, I get pissed off and I naturally retaliate. I naturally bug back. I'm not acting like an alpha. This is something natural that comes to me. And I'm not even an alpha. I mean, if I'm any archetype, because human beings are quite complicated, I don't know if we can actually put men and women men into archetypes like alpha, beta, all this stuff. I'm more sigma, but you either are what you are, bro. Like you can't make yourself into an alpha. An alpha, two alphas can't coexist in the same room. That goes for in animal kingdoms and in the human kingdom as well. Donald Trump and Elon Musk, that's two alpha personalities, which is why they fell out. He left Doge. He can't play the second fiddle. So alphas can't coexist. If two alphas get in the room with each other, competing for attention and status, there will be a confrontation. Be masculine if you want feminine. It's polarity. I agree with that. Most men can be masculine. I agree with that. Be masculine. Don't worry about being alpha, right? A lot of you guys, I remember when I was 19, 20 years old, I went into a sales meeting because they was acting ridiculous in the sales office in the corporate stuff. And I was just getting privy to this stuff. So I sent the email to this woman and she sent it over to her boss. You know, that's what women do in corporate America. They tattletale on you. You know, they gotta keep they're fearful creatures, so they're afraid of losing their jobs and they hate the excuse me, whenever you schedule it. It was stupid stuff. And me being a masculine man, I wrote an email that was probably not the best email. Um, and she took it over to her boss. And guess what? The boss is this guy that is 6'9", towering over me in the meeting, telling me, having a direct conversation, trying to intimidate me. And I stood my ground. If you're a beta male, you would have folded in this situation, right? When you guys go to the gym and you see the big, tall alpha guy like Bradley Martin looking guy, or just any dude that's cock diesel, and you automatically like get kind of scary, you're not an alpha. I get the fact that women cook for us men, but they could at least get a job. Well, you can't get them from leaving a job. I don't know where Taylor. You in the U.S. You can't get. They're not coming back in the house and cooking for you. What if he's fit and in shape? You're not an incel, bro. If you're fit and in shape, you're not an incel. You're just doing something wrong with women. Involuntary celibate. Do the work. Do the work to make yourself truly confident. Women love that in a man. Yeah, now you can. That's attainable for most men. Get awards at work. Work hard. Master your craft. He said, read Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life. That'll make you into a man women like. Jordan Peterson has some good stuff. Andrew Tate is a minor abuser. He's a female abuser. He You can make yourself appealing to women, get stronger, tougher, better looking. Um, Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys, you can't outrun your genetics, guys. You know why LeBron James looks 6'8" and ripped? Because that's in his genes. Some dudes are 6'8" in the NBA and don't look nothing like LeBron James, and they work out just as hard as he does. So your genetics plays a big role in this, guys. And I hate to tell you guys this because a lot of you guys think that you can change who you are. You either seductive and you or not with women. You either good with women or you're not. Like introvert, you're not an incel because whenever you were younger, you said you could get women and talk to women whenever you were in high school. So you're just not doing something right now. You're probably too risk averse. Build your serotonin. Please read Jordan Peterson. I'll check it out. The thing about Jordan Peterson that kind of made me step away from him for a second is he was on drugs, medication drugs, and he would have these attacks. 'Cause I used to follow him quite a bit, but I kind of fell away. But yeah, guys, you can't outrun your genetics. And this is what your trainer's not going to tell you. This is what a lot of people are not going to tell you on the internet. They're going to try to sell you that you can change. No, you can't change. You can't change your height. You can't change your personality. You can't change your genetics. Some dudes out here are just naturally fast. Tyreek Hill, he just naturally fast. He he not trying to run fast. He not training that hard to run that fast. He just naturally fast. Homie, there's dudes that I know. Bo Jackson, for instance, he didn't lift any weights. Allen Iverson, he didn't lift any weights, bro. He came out the womb just having a 40-inch vert, running fast as hell. Like he didn't work hard for that. Like some dudes, bro, like homie, some dudes, they just wake up out the womb just cock diesel. It's crazy, bro. Some women just some dudes just naturally get women, and they can't even really explain the game to you. But ever since they was 10 years old, they was always getting chicks. It just comes natural to them. I don't behind the whole alpha label. I just hold masculine frame. It's just that simple. Exactly. Dominate male is the king of the room. There can be multiple alphas, but one dominant. Yeah, I mean the alpha Sigma Wolf is in here. Get that red light district GP Riz on G. Yeah, Sigma Wolf, you acting weird. I don't know what you on. Yeah, I'm here. Back when I was in high school, but never dated any. It would be sounded cool if I did though. You can change. What is this? You can change yourself if you're not scared. You can change. You can make yourself the best version of yourself. You can make yourself the best version of yourself. But like some dudes is just gonna peak out. It just is what it is. Like some dudes will never in their life ever become appealing to women like King 6'8", and it's okay. Life ain't fair. Some of you guys will never be 6'4". It is what it is. You got to live your life and become the best version of yourself to maximize your options. If you're scared, you can face scary things and eradicate your fear. There are a lot of ways we can change. Yeah, I mean, get into combat sports. You can't change your height, which is true, but we can change our body composition, such as fat loss, muscle definition. Yeah, you can change that. Like you can't change your personality. Either you're naturally seductive with women, or you're naturally charming. And like guys that are funny, guys that are charming and seductive, they're not playing a game. They're not they're not acting. They're naturally doing this shit. Right? This is not a book they read. Excuse me. Like some guys, they be trying to get all theoretical and get all kind of scientific with women. I'm like, the dudes that get women naturally, they're not reading books and going through the damn theories and strategies like, oh my God, this is this strategy. And, if you apply this, they're not rigid in the way that they're doing shit. They just do it. It just comes natural to them. I bet my success with women the hard way. I was once nerve wracked, nerve wrecked. Now I can talk to any expose exposure therapy. Yeah, sometimes you just got to get in the game and get your experience. And some dudes, a lot of dudes just lack experience, and it just is what it is. You got to get your experience up. At the doctor's, I was measured at 5'6" a few years ago, but in the 24, I was measured 5'7" and 147 pounds. I know dudes that height that still get women. So, you know, guys, most authentic Mexicans are not even 5'8", and they get women on a consistent basis, homie. So most Asian women and Latino women are under 5'2" or 5'3" at least, or 5'4". They're under 5'4". Most Asian and Latino women. Now, granted, there's a few white women and black women that's short like that too, but You can get you a woman, homie. It don't have nothing to do with your height. Homie, there were some dudes that were shorter than me that was getting more women than I was getting. I used to date a petite Filipina. Yeah, them Filipinas be short. I think it's because of our spinal decompression or something like. what, what are you talking about, introvert? You getting out or something having to do with my posture? It's only a few centimeters. I figured. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, you have bad posture? Like, yeah, I mean, that's why I do a lot of body weight stuff because all that heavy lifting and shit, that shit fuck with your posture and stuff. You know, your lower back, and it make you stiff. But yeah, guys, we gonna wind the stream down. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this stream. Yeah, shout out to Miami for winning the game, homie. That's what I like to see. My dad was 5'11", but I'm 6'1". I grew pops when I was 16. Yay, that's evolution. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Carson Big ran that shit in. That's crazy. Deadlifts and rows should be able to help keep your back upright. Bro, I stick straight to calisthenics, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really do too much lifting weights, homie. I do boxing workouts, pretty much, and gymnast workouts. In a nutshell, that's what I be doing, basically. So I saw your post about Cardi B early. Yeah, she lost, bro. She's saying whatever. Her career about to tank in about 2 years. They're gonna be treating Cardi B like they treat Nicki Minaj right now. I like the standing overhead barbell press. That's a good one. Like I've just lifted so many weights throughout my life, bro, and I'm saying this like I didn't had like 5 or 6 back surgeries and and ACL surgeries and all this stuff. I'm just out of space, bro. I just love mobility, flexibility, and body weight strength, and having that nice lean boxing aesthetic. I'm not out here trying to hero lift. I don't give a damn, bro. I don't give a damn. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go to sleep in just a second. You guys send your last little bit of questions and comments. So they do use weights, not a whole lot of weights. It'll slow you down. It'll make you rigid. They do use weights though. You said I did my lower back in at 27 barbell curls. It's a bitch. My most days lower back pain. Most days lower back pain ever since. He said, let me see a gym vlog, Miles. Bro, it's just gonna be either me running and doing push-ups and pull-ups and doing ab exercises. Like my whole day is constructed around fitness damn near. Like in the morning time, I hit the abs. Nighttime, I hit the abs. I hit a workout at nighttime. Even social media posts, like she wrote, can land her ass in prison. They're not gonna put her in prison. She makes too much money, especially for what she did for not statute of limitation. These labels making too much money off of her. They gonna protect their asset for now. But like I said, 3, 5 years from now, she gonna be irrelevant. They gonna do her like they doing Nicki Minaj. But yeah, bro, I already done went the weightlifting route. I used to be big. You guys remember about 2 years ago, I was bigger, way bigger. Excuse me. I was way bigger, more chunky. I'm like, no, bro. Guys, the aesthetic that gets the most women is the lean body. The lean body. The V taper, the abs, where you can see the lower and the upper abs. Flat stomach, snatched waist. Yeah, I do high rep for pull ups, so I might do um, what do you call it? A rolling set where it's like you do 10, then you do 9, then you do 8, then you do 7. Whenever you do all that down to one, it's like 55 reps. Or I do like high rep sets, like 5 sets of 10 or 10 sets of 5. Excuse me. Or I do like 20 sets of 5 so I can get to 100 pull ups. I did that recently. But yeah, yeah, pull ups are essential. If you can do pull ups, if you can do double digit pull ups, you strong. You in shape for real. Cause most dudes can't do no pull ups at all. Like that's the one neglected exercise that most men cannot do in the gym is pull ups. Dudes can knock them push ups up all day. They can get their push up game up there all day real quick. But they pull up game be weak as hell because on the pull ups, you got to work the grip, you got to work the lats, you got to pull up your whole body weight. You can't be huge and do a whole bunch of pull ups. You said lean as leaning tower of Pisa. Yeah, that's like lean is where it's at, homie. I don't like having time. I don't be having time to do a gym vlog and mostly work out without cameras involved. You said I love the game, running, working out. Yeah, bro, I like all of it too. I like all of it too. But yeah, most dudes, and then most dudes they don't even hit their abs correctly. They don't even know that you got to hit the upper abs, you got to hit the mid abs, the sit ups, and the crunches hit the upper abs, sit ups hit the middle to upper abs, then you got to hit the lower abs, then you got to hit the obliques. Like they be forgetting about the whole core strength. Then you got to hit your lower back, and it's not even really your lower back; it's your glutes. That's part of your core that helps you maneuver around. And you got to be flexible in your hips and all that stuff, and you got to be flexible in your shoulders and everything. Like it's a whole thing, bro. I said my abs activated high from weightlifting. Yo, sorry, had to get Let's go get a snack. No, you good. We about to wind down. We just talking about workout shit now, but yeah, we about to get off the stream, guys. But sit-ups don't burn fat though. Nah, but if you want the muscle of the abs to show, you got to work the muscle. It's just like with lifting weights. If you want your biceps to show, you got to work your biceps. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just eat salad all day and expect your biceps to like show through. You got to work the muscle too. And then you got to track your calories too to get lean. Like you can't you can't just getting lean is hard, bro. Like it's real hard. Like it's not a mistake that people get lean. You have to actually measure out and look at what you're intaking in your body. You can't eat a whole bunch of carbs. You said, "What do you bench?" I don't bench press, bro. I could probably hit a 45 on each side for about 8 reps. I could probably do two 45s on each side for about at least 2 or 3 reps. But bro, I don't lift weights, homie. Like I told y'all guys, I didn't got the hero lifting up out the way. Calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, set-ups, burpees, gymnast stuff. Like my workouts be weird, bro. Like I be hitting the push-ups in a certain way. Like I be doing the push-ups from I can't even really describe it, homie. I just gotta show you. I know that but in order to lose fat, you have to go, yeah, yeah. You said it's stronger than me, dog. I do that for 5 reps. But like you can lift weights all you want to, homie. But if you can't use it in a fight. It don't matter because bodybuilders they can lift weights heavy all they want. These power lifters they can lift weights all they want, but like they can't box. They can't run around like athletes. They're not mobile. Okay, if you want muscles, then exercise and eat healthy. Muscles don't appear out of nowhere. Yeah, it's about consistency. But yeah, guys. Anyways, let me go hop in the shower real quick and head to sleep. Again, thank you guys. Look for me to go live on Saturday and Sunday. I appreciate you guys coming in here. If you guys hadn't hit the like button, hit it on the way out. And I will see you guys this weekend, man. You guys have a good rest of your week. I'll see you this weekend. Peace.